Within the motion of emotion, I believe that the ecology of our human design is mirrored in the environment. The earth is much more forgiving than we are to ourselves. Interpreting the wordless definitive physicality of motion, of the motion of emotion, the body innately confronts the ecology of responsibility, sustainability discovered from the comprehension of extinction. Living in the memory of something brings an uncontrollable silence. The dark place has created a full-bodied space that hovers above all experience. The struggle to breathe, the struggle to let go. I haven't had this dream for a while, but for a long time it haunted me. It was simple. I fell off a cliff, falling for a long time, and then I would break into many pieces. In the dream, I could physically sense my body spread out, and from there, I would move my mind to put my body back together. At first, this was scary, but as time passed, I got used to having this dream. I learned how to sense the body parts so that I could put myself back together easily. Only sensing the crying emotion, yet with dry eyes when I would get back on my feet and continue walking. Before I was abused, I remember the common dream of falling always, and always waking up before I hit. As I think about it, continuing the living, approaching the hypothesis of trauma, as we all are products of our own design, there is something about trauma that is extremely linear and repetitive. Something inherently changes, and we become a hybrid version of ourselves, interfacing this with the biology of genetically engineered plants that don't produce seeds. We are all products of our design, machine parts placed together. Inside our bodies, each piece, each part has a story, a history. In the dark place, there is a sensation of time amputating the parts of the story that need to change. An unreal yet lucid feeling of I gave away my ears because the listening made my heart race. Or I let go of my favorite memory to retrieve glue for the big picture. These amputations happen without noticing it, as a stranger appears in the mirror. Days pass and one notices that the eyes in the mirror look different. And like a loved one that has passed away, one tries to conjure up the memory of what that person looked like. Put the puzzle back together, but then the feeling is linear. Once something happens in a room, it will always reappear in the memory of that space. The feeling the carpenter had in his heart when he was nailing the wood. The smell of his sweat during the deflowering. That thing that happened that was so funny came tears. In the dark place, there is an overwhelming feeling of abandonment. Whomever abandoned who is irrelevant after the storm. The actors, the players, those responsible are just faces lining the dark walls. In the end, during the months after the deflowering, the emotional pictures are just me looking out, alone, smelling the room, planning each move carefully, so that the invasions happen in the shortest increments as possible. I don't remember much, except interludes of looking out and thinking to myself, after I escape this, I'm going to have a lot of work to do to make things okay again. There was an innocent, yet real part of me that said, as much as the landscape of my body had been pillaged, what was really important